in this video. You know, a lot of times when you worship God and you start speaking truth, you start speaking facts about society, about things that are happening and things to come, because of course, God will show you visions. And you know what happens? What happens is you have people that oppose you because they don't have salvation and they don't know what salvation is. At the end of the day, they may have a peaceful life on earth, but they will not go into the afterlife simply because they don't have salvation. Now, why I say that is because you see, the world that we live in, the vanity, all of that is under the ruling of what? Lucifer. So you have to understand, Lucifer's children will reap the benefits while they are alive, but Lucifer cannot give them salvation, right? If you don't have salvation, the purpose of you living means nothing. It didn't matter how much people know you or how much people respect you. I told you, salvation is one way. Now, people may be angry and they try to use their physical power, saying, oh yeah, you should be afraid of the law or anything. The only people that are afraid of the law, right, are people who are not genuinely truthful, meaning that they're afraid to be truthful, to talk the truth, and to stand up for the rights that they have. So knowing your rights gives you what? An advantage. But some people, they don't understand, no education. It's like there's no sense there and things. And it's like they feel like, oh yeah, because I'm at the level of my age, it means that I can try to scare you, or maybe I think that you're not educated enough because of how you look. You gotta look past that. You gotta look past that, because looking past that gives you an advantage that look beyond the shell of a human being and understand that the intellect of every human being is important. And the intellect is what's important, the inside, not the outside. The engine of the car is very important rather than, the windows. Because guess what? If you want the car to move, it could move without windows, but it can't move without an engine. Do you see what I mean? So you see, I have no reason whatsoever to be hiding or, be scared of the law that my enemies are trying to conspire to make it look like, oh, da da da. Yo, I've been here for almost 35 years, eh? I know the laws. So I'm not afraid of no law system because I know I am in the right. At the end of the day, no fear. And I say to you guys, those who are my enemies, I think, my suggestion is you think twice. Because I am giving you a warning, meaning that if you guys try to pull those games and it goes in front of a real judge in the courthouse, my promise to you is you will wish you never did that. Because what will come, you will not be able to unravel. You will not be able to dodge that situation, right? It will become like a movie to you. And that is why I am saying I am very confident. People playing games and try to laugh and yo, I'm here. I've been here and I'm always going to be here because I know who I am and I stand for what is right and what is righteous. Salvation is only one. I'm sorry, if you don't believe in that and if you don't understand how that works, right? Like I told you, true, True, right? Being true talking the truth, right? Don't lie. That is your ticket. That is the only ticket to salvation. Why else would God say you have to confess your sins, even though I know those sins? Why else would God say that? Think about it. Why else would God say confess your sins? But he already knows your sins because he wants you to be what? Humble, right? But humbling yourself in front of God is not the same humbling you will have for people. It is not the same. Because people are not God. You see what I'm saying? God lives in people, but people are not God. You understand? So understand that. Don't be fooled, don't be manipulated to thinking, oh yeah, we're going to do this. You're going to do what? What were you going to do? How interesting is this? Eh? How interesting is this? Be educated so that you don't look like, you're empty shell, right? That's what it is. Like I said, study the words of wisdom. Study the Bible. Study it so that you can increase your power. Study it so that you can get salvation. I told you guys, life is like that. If you guys don't understand what is true, I am going to tell you what is true. This is not my last rodeo. I will continue to make videos as long as I can. Because as a human being, why work so hard to have a platform to just stop and not do anything? Why have wisdom and not share the wisdom and knowledge? Regardless, if not today people will listen, tomorrow they can use it for moments of inspiration, moments of wisdom if they're trying to learn something, to understand what is actuality and what is not actuality. The illusions of the world, right, confuses so many concepts of understanding what it is. People will mistake your intelligence and your sense for, oh, you're not good at behaving, or if you're not behaving. Yo, this is not what's it called thing, a classroom for behaving. Be beyond that. Have the intellect to understand that if you want to have a rational communication with people, you must speak true, because true is a universal language. Lies is only a temporary language. It's only here on earth. Because you see, even demons, they don't lie to you, They don't lie to you. You know why? Because they don't have time to lie. They know exactly what you can handle and what you can't handle. Right? But they don't lie to you. So let me know what you guys think. Stay motivated, guys. At the end of the day, know that I'm here. And I'm here because God brought me here. The people may not want me. The people may dislike me. At the end of the day, I am here to speak my truth, what God sent me to do, and that's exactly what I'm here to do. I'm not here to bother anybody. I keep the peace, but people dislike what I have to say about God and salvation because they oppose the truth. They don't like the truth. I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to be straight up with you. Your job is not going to get you to heaven, eh? Your girl may respect you for your job because you work a 9 to 5 and you have money and you can pay bills. But God didn't say that's what's going to get you into heaven. So understand that you working 9 to 5, I'm not saying don't work, but I'm just saying the job you have does not place you above anybody else when it comes to the line of salvation. That means you're probably not even qualified for that, because all you're doing is just one thing, thinking that is enough. Like I said, True salvation and those who have the Spirit of God, people make it difficult for them wherever they go. They discriminate them. They laugh. They smear at them. They lie. They do all kinds of things to try to throw them off. You know why? Because they don't want their message getting out to other people so that other people can realize what's going on. And that's one of the key, right? When you don't have the realization of the truth and you want everybody to close their ears. Why? Because the Pharisees, right, used to do that. So now you see so many people doing that, manipulating other people, deceiving them, cheating them, you know, stealing from them, trying to destroy them, or trying to, you know, stop their potential. Are you trying to fight God? And you do not understand, if God said something and he places something, it's going to come to pass. It's going to come to pass. So, my belief is in God. I know if I'm not here tomorrow and I'm gone, because you don't know what could happen tomorrow, God has me. But what about you? What about you guys? Does God have you guys? Because if he don't, and you have all of these things, then what was going to happen to you? What do you think is going to happen at the end of the day? You're going to lose sight of things. You're not going to understand what is true salvation. You're going to be confused. You're going to blame other people because you put your faith in people rather than God. Why do you think it's a personal thing? A personal thing. Why? Because God wants you to know him personally. So that's why it's a personal thing. Now, God sees all. Sees all the deception, the traps, the confusion, and all the problems that your enemies throw in your way. And then try to blame you for your reaction. It's like shaking a can of Sprite. You shake it, and then somebody else not knowing, you give it to them, and they open it and it spills all over their nice clean shirt. If they come and they start yelling in your face and screaming at you, then you try to justify that that person was supposed to have control over your what? Your deception and your lie. That means that person was supposed to not react to your deception and your confusion, knowing that that's the plan they have stored. You see what I mean? Such people are people that need help. You know, such people are people that do not have salvation. I can tell you personally, because for you to intentionally try to set somebody purposely to see their reaction and then act like it's not justifiable for their reaction, it means, you know, I mean, that person is not going to kill you or hurt you badly. But if that person at that moment disrespects you, that is what you deserve. You could be the highest level person, but what you did was not good. Because just because you are a higher level doesn't mean you treat people less than you. You treat people with the same level of respect. Because if you don't, God could take that wealth from you and change hands. So that's why you should not fully put your everything in the focus of money. Right? You'll make money. You'll have fun. But nowadays, you know what happens? People, what I'm seeing a lot of is God is here and people are focusing and worshiping women. I'm not saying you don't have women in your life, you don't love them, but they're worshiping the woman. And remember, you cannot understand. You cannot worship God and then at the same time worship women. So you have to choose one. But 90% of the public, right, of the masses, most of them are doing that. You know, because they're like, oh, we're going to keep our women happy. But that is not how you keep your woman happy, bro. You know, You don't keep your woman happy because what's it called? You worship her, eh? You create a what? A magnitude of anger from God, because God does not want you to worship any woman. You can love them, care for them, respect them, do all of those things, but don't worship them. You understand? If you worship them, I don't care who you are, you're going to hell. I'm telling you that. I don't care who you are, you're going to go to hell. And it's plain and simple. Ask anybody who's truthful, they'll tell you the same thing. Because God and God alone wants to be worshipped. God didn't say bring this person or bring that person. He said, you must love me more than even your mom and your father, your dad. Why? Why is he saying these things? Because that's how important it is. So in society, right? Care for your family, but don't put your family above God. Care for your woman, but don't put your woman above God. Care for your man, but don't put your man above God. You understand? And this is what's going on. People are putting human beings in front of God. People are putting money in front of God. People are putting vanity in front of God. Right? And because of that, they're doing their own thing. They're not understanding. Right? They're deceiving the masses, trying to use the law in their own hands and create their own laws. Right? Thinking that the police force don't know what's going on and they're not knowledgeable to understand. This is the level of mentality some people have. So you have to really address. If you are thinking like this, then where is the life of good in you? Where is that? Where is that? And I told you, check for all the prophets. Check what situation that they had to go through. You know, I feel like for a long time, there's a huge amount of people that have dedicated their lives to blacklist me from society. So what that means is you would go to work, right? Let's say you apply for a job. So if people, they would what? Get your number and basically tap your phone, right? So they listen in where you are going to work. Next, they will send somebody, or they will send people, or if they already know people at the place already that's been there longer than you, right? If not, they will then find out how to also work there or how to get somebody to come there. Second, they will start to smear your name. So they will say things that are untrue to other people, and you will start to see the change in the body language of how they are. So they'll say one thing and do the next, or try to set up for you. So if they can get people to dislike you, then they can get those people to cooperate in setting up certain things about you. And this has been happening for a long time. You see what I mean? And what happens is, even I've flown across the country to, go there and work. And ironically, when I flew out west, I was working there, warehouse, doing things. And I didn't have no problem issues there. So third, what these people did was they would, I can't even say manipulate your family members, but they will find family members that don't really like you, right? That don't like you, that are close to you. Those who you think is close to you, they will talk to them and commence with them to come to some type of agreement so that now they oppose you. So this has been happening for a long time. And so because of this, right, you're behind on bills, you're doing this, you're doing that. But at the end of the day, if you have evidence and proof of this happening on countless events continuously, and you can prove who did it and who has been doing it and when it took place, I think that's substantial enough for the judge to be able to what? Look into it. Because guess what? I don't care if I have to go to jail for 40 or 50 years for the rest of my life. If I know I'm standing in the truth, if I know I'm talking truth, I don't care. And I'm more than ready. But I know that there is nobody that can bring that challenge to me and say, oh, we're going to arrest you because you're not paying this or you're not paying that. I'm not going anywhere. Because guess what? It just doesn't happen like that. The way I've been waiting, you guys think you guys are waiting, the way I'm waiting for you guys. It should concern you. How ready I am to cook you guys. You know what I mean? It should concern you guys. And I know, as a man to man, I know that you're not man enough to bring that challenge. I know that. Because that will end you guys and your movements. So you guys will just allow it. Because you know that what's going to happen. You know what I mean? So like I said, I'm here every day. You see me rolling up and down, do my thing, talking positivity. I ain't bother nobody. I don't come here to, to do any illegal activities. I come here to keep the peace and speak peace upon these lands. People don't like me, maybe, a lot of times, because I speak the truth, because I talk true, and that I don't leave nothing out. I don't care what that situation is. If I'm speaking about it, I'm going to speak the facts about it. People may not like me, but that's not my worry. My truth is, that's exactly what happened. If you blacklist a person from society, and then after you turn around and say, oh, well, he's not doing this, he's not doing that, guess what? You would have hoped that you blacklisting that person don't have evidence of this happening for so many years, right? You would hope. And so that's why I said to you, I know this video is going to get to those people listening, and you guys could laugh. But like I said, if you're a man enough, challenge me in what I said. You see what I'm saying? That's how you know that if you are real or not. Because if you're a man, you would. And see what happens. But if you're not a man, you would laugh and probably, do whatever. Because you know that, you can't deceive anymore. You can't do anything anymore. Huh? Hey, I know all of those things, right? People abusing their rights as as position, right? They get position to obtain knowledge and information, and all they're doing is spreading it to people publicly when they take an oath to have their information, to have their clients' information private. Imagine that, eh? So that other people that don't have the authority to what? To get that information, they would easily give it to them, intentionally knowing that that's what they're going to be doing with that. You see what I mean? Like I'm saying, because I have not seen a celebrity, right? I've not seen a celebrity who has been followed like me. And I don't have so much followers on on social media. I haven't seen a celebrity that's followed like me. Huh? That I go here, follow. I fly here, follow. And I wonder what and who is giving them that kind of money. But yet they're complaining about the budget and stuff like that. And I'm like, nah, this is not the thing, guy. These are corrupted people, dog. These are not law enforcement. I'm just saying, if it's law enforcement, guaranteed that's corruption. So I don't think it's law enforcement, because they didn't bend the law. They broke it and 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 broke it so many times, over and over and over and over. And you can't justify that and say, oh, it's a gray area. There's no gray area in breaking the law. Okay? So, like I said, I am here speaking the truth, because guess what? I can speak truth. Nobody can stop me from talking what I am feeling or what I want to speak about. Nobody can do that. And nobody can alter what I am saying and try to say, oh, well, you talk like this, you talk like that. I don't care if I offend you. Don't watch what I'm hearing. Don't watch my channel. If I offend you, that's your problem. Because I'm not naming names. But I'm telling you, fear is not something that is on the table still. I think you guys you guys are concerned. And if you guys are not, by now I'm here, what are you guys gonna do? Nothing. Nothing. Like I've been saying. So stop making it look like, oh, your tricks are gonna work and it's gonna do this and it's gonna do none of that. Huh? God bless you for listening. I hope you're motivated, innovated. Just remember, salvation is your main importance here. If you don't have salvation, then you wasted your life. But if you have that, and let's say your enemies have blacklisted you from society, they tarnish, they constantly go around trying to cause harm to you, right? Constantly go around spreading rumors, attacking you, coming in groups, lying, trying to figure out where you go so that they can plant problems for you constantly and continuously. Huh? And don't forget, they will manipulate and isolate you so that you cannot talk about or express what's going on. But me, I am different. I already know what's going on. And I know that they don't have, everything is smoke for them. You know? It's a bluff for them. Because I mentioned this so many times. And what? Are they going to do it? I don't think so. Because I know exactly what problems is going to take place with them. And these problems is going to also take their career with them. I know that for a fact. So if they don't believe me and they want to be serious as men or women or whoever you have, you guys just say, hey, let's challenge this guy, right? Challenge him. What he says, let's do it. And see if he has enough ammunition to destroy us, like he said. Okay? If you don't do it, you have what? Maybe 24 hours or, are you guys waiting until the end of this month or whenever? No. I give you permission to come. Matter of fact, why don't you guys just send me an email, or invite me there. And we can commence. Because I know it's not going to go nowhere. And you guys will be cooked. Because the worst thing you can do is try to go against me in this situation when I'm very confident in what I am saying. And I can prove it over and over and over. And if you think I'm lying, right? Because I know. This is how you know you guys are afraid, because you guys we're searching so hard for evidence. Evidence that you guys, evidence against you guys. You guys are working so hard for that. Why would you do that? Exactly. Why would you do that? And how do I know that? And if I know that, then what do you think will happen to you guys? It's a promise. So if you take it as a threat or something like it's a promise that if you ever attempt to try to say, oh, we're going to bring you into the courthouse and stuff, you guys are all cooked. It's a promise. So I know you're trying to make the environment. Nah, bro. I'm waiting. Understand? I am waiting. So if nothing happens, then what? You guys still have the excuse? Because you could only imagine one person that's talking about God, that doesn't bother anybody, is being harassed and blacklisted so hard. Why? Why is that? Huh? I'm being watched harder than the Prime Minister. That's crazy, eh? And that's facts. I've been watched harder. And what? All those times that you watch me, what did I do? You never see me, what's it called? What? You see me selling drugs or trying to make it up? You're trying to come and make it seem like, oh, he's on this, he's on that. But it's not true. It's all lies. And I'm here to clear that. You know what I mean? Because the truth is the truth. At least I'm talking truth. And at least I'm man enough to admit to what I have done wrong and what I haven't done wrong. But are you guys man enough to admit what you guys have done wrong? Right? You're not. I guarantee that. See what I'm saying? There is people who are born, as boys. They grow to be men. But there's not too much men nowadays. You know what I mean? Your age doesn't define that you're a man. It's your values. You understand? A lot of people have no values. But they're grown. Right? To people who are less intelligent, they are respectful people. But come on, when you really know these people, you just say, what is going on here? All you're doing is deceiving them, thinking that you are superior, but you're not. Huh? So, peace out. Have a great day, guys. Stay motivated, guys. God bless. Bye now.